Good morning and welcome. How are you? Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Oh no, I was just saying welcome. Thank you for being here, and like I say, I hope everything is going well with your weekend so far. Yeah, it's going okay. I mean, just really started, so looking forward to it. Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 20 of our Kingdom Come Deliverance gameplay series. I'm Commander Jarval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So nothing new on admin notes, just be prepared as I put out for the start of a new live stream. Just watch for my social media and the post tab here about it. So on our recap, last week we were working our way through the That Glisters main quest line. We're doing that for a couple of reasons. And we had really finished up the quest last week. We came back to Rattay and ran into an issue that I didn't run into on my personal playthrough. But it kind of confused me a little bit. So I went back, did some checking on things, and we're now ready to continue it. So let's go ahead and jump back in, and we'll pick up where we left off and finish off the That Glisters quest before we move on. And hey, Rudi, welcome. Good to see you again. Thanks for being here. Okay, so here we are in Rattay. So where we need to be is actually here. Here. And here. This is the entrance to the jail. And the key is going to unlock this door here.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
Radzig will keep me alive only as long as it takes to get everything I know out of me. You, on the other hand, gave me certain assurances. So I want to be sure that the secrets my life depends on end up in good hands.
I didn't promise you anything, but I'll see what I can do.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced, and after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
Okay, so Jezik is basically fessed up to everything. Gave us a whole bunch of insight as to what's going on here. We now need to go speak to Radzig again. Time is it? Okay. I would like to talk to Radzig tonight and then go sleep and wake up and head off on this. But we have to see where Radzig is. Okay, so there's Henry. Or Hans. He might be downstairs. Nope, here he is.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Jezek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. So Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I know Miller Simon at the Sasau Mill.
There you are. Millers usually know what's going on behind the scenes. Go there and talk to him. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Sir, there's one more thing. Sir Jezek went with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us. But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
As you command, sir.
Okay, and that's going to start the If You Can't Beat 'Em quest. Now, who you remember, in that case, in this interaction, we remembered, or we said that we know Miller Simon. Who you remember here will depend upon what quests you've done, who you've talked to, and all of that sort of stuff. For us, we've completed Thick as Thieves Simon down here. We've stolen all the items we needed for Simon, and that's going to mean that we're going to remember that we know Simon up there. But it really depends on which quests you've done and haven't done. Even if you haven't done any of them, you'll have a way to continue on through this. It's just, like I say, different interactions and that sort of stuff as you go. So let's head out. And we'll head back to the mill real quick. And we'll sleep through the night. So let's see, do we have any stuff on our horse? We do. So let's sell all this off.
Hey! Good day!
I've got some goods here whose own...
Alright. Take care.
Alright, so let's sell this stuff off here real quick. That we need. I don't know where my leather gloves went. Okay, and we're just going to sell that off. And let's go sleep through the night. Oh yeah, forgot. We do have a bunch of stuff that we dropped in our chest. Let's take these out. We'll go sell them. Okay, and let's get rid of some of these low damage weapons as well. Okay, so he's going to sleep, which is fine.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the Rat-Aid tourney?
Because we can get better money by actually dropping all this in his chest. Keep one of those for now. Just because we don't have any other gloves. Nope. Almost done. Okay. Then how much groschen does he have in here? 28,000. So if we ever need more groschen, we can just come back here and steal what we need. Alright, so now let's go to sleep ourselves, and we'll wake up and we'll start off on the next quest here, which is going to be if you can beat them. So this is going to be in Sasau. We'll just get a good sleep. Okay, so let's eat from the pot here and we'll head out. Now this quest can be a little buggy, so here, find out where the crimps are in Sasau. Ask the bailiff about the crimps, ask the innkeeper at Tavern on the Green, or ask Miller Simon. Go talk to the bailiff first. Like I say, this quest can be a little buggy, and you don't want to have it bug out because of some weird objective problems or things like that. So the bailiff's going to be over here. I'm just going to fast travel to Sasau. We're going to go talk to him first. Like I say, the others can work if you want to save and go through talking to the miller or talking to the tavern owner or something like that. You can. I'm just going to go through it the normal way just to avoid any possible bugs here. Okay, and I think that's him right there, actually. It is.
My humble greetings. How may I serve you?
I've got a few questions for you, Bailiff, if you don't mind. Have you been having some trouble around here?
And what business is it of yours? Did someone complain? Who sent you here?
No one complained, though I'd be interested to know why you think they might. It was Lord Radzig who sent me. He'd heard word that some unsavoury characters are holed up round here.
Begging your pardon, but what the devil does Sir Radzig care about it? And I keep hearing the same from Sir Sebastian, and he's got no dog in this fight either.
Hey, so we can pass the speech check here.
You have an inn and the horse trails cross here. There must be many travellers come seeking work, and not all of them honest men.
Aye, it's true. Bedlam has broken out once or twice, and restoring order was no easy matter.
Has there been anything like that lately?
No, it's been quiet here lately. Now that I think about it, I don't recall coming across anyone here like that.
Nobody looking for soldiering work, maybe as a merchant's guard?
There's always one or two like that. But if they don't get the job, they move on.
Sir Sebastian? Who's that?
Sebastian Baron von Berg. He's here under monastery law to protect us against all this unrest in the land.
Why should he care about the city? That's not his jurisdiction, is it?
Quite true. I'm in charge of this city, but he keeps telling me I've got cutthroats hiding around here, and I should be more vigilant. The goal of the man.
I heard some recruiters are meeting in Sasau. Seemed likely they get up to mischief and people might complain.
Do you think that people here complain and I don't do my job? Nothing of the sort. Old Lederman's the only one that comes complaining, but I pay no heed to him.
And what does this Lederman complain about?
Lederman is our local tanner. Lives by the quarry, which is where, well, some youngsters go there to wrestle.
They go there to fight and that doesn't bother you?
Why would it bother me? Much better to brawl there than in the tavern. At least in the quarry they can't damage anything but each other. And my catchballs go by there from time to time to keep an eye on things.
Okay, so now that's going to want us to talk to
Thank you,
the
Bailiff.
tanner in Sasau about this little gang of youngsters. So we're going to talk to the Sasau tanner. Okay, and that's him right there, I believe.
What's that? Hey!
God save. What can I do for you?
Tanner, I've heard all's not well with you.
It's better now. I must have eaten something bad.
No, I mean you've complained about some ruffians raising hell behind your house.
Aye, true enough. That lot's been a thorn in my side. And when I went to tell them to take it elsewhere, they nearly beat me to a pulp.
When are they there?
Nearly every evening. Every god-forsaken evening. Shouting and bellowing there till nightfall. And then they leave. Probably to get drunk.
How many of them are there?
How would I know? They make as much noise as a herd of wild boar in rutting season.
And did they all attack you?
Aye. They knocked the stuffing right out of me.
And nobody does a thing about it?
I've been to the bailiff, but he couldn't give a rat's arse. There's no commotion under his window, so what does he care?
That's quite a bailiff you've got.
A scarecrow would keep better order.
And now we'll pass the intimidation check.
If you want, I'll take care of them.
Well, you look like you could move mountains, but there are several of them and just one of you.
Perhaps we'll be able to settle things peacefully.
Maybe. They might think twice before kicking your arse.
Perhaps I can reason with them. It doesn't have to come to blows.
Well, break a leg, lad. Or better yet, don't. But if you manage to pull it off, you'll get your reward. Don't worry.
Goodbye.
Okay, so now we need to take care of the brawlers who are meeting behind his house every night. And to do that, we need to wait, and it's going to be here. We need to wait until 1700. Hey, welcome, Kiwami. Yeah, hey, glad you beat it. We're working our way up through this one so that we can start our playthrough on that one after this. So, yeah, looking forward to them all. But congratulations, well done. Okay, and here are the brawlers, and they're all going to come walking in. You need to talk to Punch. Okay, so we're going to wait a little bit for them to all stroll in here. And here's Punch. He's going to be one that's kind of sitting up here by the bench.
I'm looking for work, and I've heard someone around here wants fearless men. Do you know anything about it?
I've heard they might be looking for a new knacker. So if you're not afraid of carcasses and the occasional pile of shite.
Thanks, but no thanks. Word has it someone's hiring mercenaries and other fighters.
Ah, well, you've heard more than I.
The Tanner sent me. He says you've been causing a commotion at night, and I thought I might convince you to stop.
Ha! So all his whining finally found a friendly ear, did it? Let me tell you something first, whelp. I'm the bailiff's man, and we're not doing anything wrong here. Old Lederman's only been whining like that since he lost a bit of silver. Didn't bother him before that.
He told me different.
Ha! Of course he did. Otherwise no one would help him. Go ahead and ask the lads. They'll tell you the same. It's God's honest truth.
I'll take you at your word. But what should I do now?
The way I see it, you've got two choices. Screw that old liar and leave him be, or get down to business.
Okay, now there are multiple ways to play this out. The best way to do this is to get down to business. And yeah, Kiwami, I hear you. I've done that with a few games in my life, and I know what it's like. So the the best way to do this is to get down to business here, because you want to fight them, because that's going to open up another activity later on that we want to do.
What do you mean, get down to business?
Well, you may think you're pretty tough, and if you give us all a thrashing, we might think it over. But then again, we're no strangers to a hard fight.
If I break your arm, then you won't be coming here for a while, will you?
But I'm a fair fellow, so I'll make you an offer. If you enter our tournament and win, which means beating us all, then we'll go elsewhere. If you don't win, then you're flat out of luck and have to leave. That's not so bad, is it?
If I wanted to join in, what would I have to do?
It's pretty simple. First you have to beat Weed. He's that not too dangerous looking fella there. But some nights, he gets a good rest and he's got God on his side. Then you can try one of those three. Doesn't matter which. And if you whip all three, you can test your mettle against me. Fair enough?
So the last match is with you?
That's right. They say a bout with me is no joke. Just bad humours.
Okay, so we're going to... You don't pick Let's Fight here. He will just tell you to go deal with Weed first. And you see they're kind of lined up here. Weed is this guy at the end.
God save. What can I do for you?
I heard that someone was looking for men willing to do anything. Do you know anything about that?
No, but I'm always the last to hear of anything like that. I'd ask Punch. He'd know.
I heard you gave him quite a beating.
It's his own damn fault.
Really? He just came to tell you to go elsewhere.
That's what he told you? Bollocks! He came of his own accord. It was him started the fuss, after he'd lost all his money.
He really tried to have a go. I wouldn't think he'd have it in him.
He tried, but he didn't have much luck. He does pack a punch. But landing it in the right place, ha! I'm not surprised he's got no children.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Alright, so we're going to start with Weed here, and we're going to work our way up.
You asked for it. Ah! 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 Ah!
Jeez.
Now.
We got off to a good start there.
Shit!
And the clinch perk. So then the best thing to do is once you finish the bout off, wait for him to stand up. Your combat icon's going to disappear here in a second. He's going to be laying down there. If you talk to the next one and you start the next fight, things can get a little weird, as somebody will go in there to help him stand up, and you can accidentally hit the other people and things can go badly. So wait for them. One of them will go in there here in a second and pick him up.
You bastard. I've already told you what really happened. So we all saw it wrong? What really happened then? I knocked him down.
And they're in the middle of a conversation here, so.
I slammed him with my hip, not my ass.
I just don't know. Looked to me like you had his nose right between your nether cheeks.
You little piece of shit. You want to have a go?
Boys, don't fight.
Okay. Now hopefully one of them will go in there and pick him up. Okay, I guess nobody cares about Weed. There he goes. Okay. Okay, Weed stood up on his own. So, let's go talk to the next man in line, Lanky.
God's blessings. What can I do for you?
And you're not going to get any more information here. It's all the same thing.
Let's fight.
You look pretty good. But I'm betting it was just luck.
We'll see.
See you later.
Oh, headcracker perk. Love it. And again, somebody will go in there and pick him up. So just give it a minute. All right, fellas. Friend's laying over there unconscious. You want to go hub him up? There we go. Normally they go a little bit faster than that. They don't get time to stand up, but for some reason they're taking a while here. So now betwixt.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Let's fight.
That wasn't bad. But let's see how you do with me. God be with you.
Don't hurt that lad.
Okay. And yeah, they're all getting a pretty good beating. So I think we got a new level of defense on that. We did. And wait for them both to get out of there before you talk to the last one here, Stump.
I am honored that you should come to me.
Let's fight.
That wasn't bad, but now we'll take it up a notch. Goodbye.
Now you're fucked.
Okay, so one last one. We need to talk to Punch here. Again, we're going to wait for him to get up. Giving him smelling salts or something, maybe. Let's go. Thank you. All right, here we go.
I want to fight you.
You put on quite a show. Can't say I expected it.
God be with you.
And the only real difference between them is the amount of health that they have and how quick their reactions are. You can see I'm kind of at the end of these reactions here because their punches are thrown quicker.
Fuck!
Okay, almost done here.
You're dead! I'm over here! Fuck it!
Okay, there it goes.
You wanna have a go? Boys!
So now all you need to do is wait for Punch to get up, and you'll talk to him, and we can resolve a couple of things. So this is what we're doing here. And what did we... Okay, so we got another level. But no perks yet. When are y'all gonna go help him? Thank you. Alright, so now that we've worked our way through them all.
That was pretty good. I didn't think you had it in you.
You were really good. I've got to hand it to you. Most lads don't make it past me. So listen, I want to tell you something.
What's that?
There are people here looking for really tough men, and I'd say you fit the bill. So when you walk through town this evening, if there's a light in the church, go in and wait a while. If they like the looks of you, they might give you some work.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
Okay, and that's going to lead to the interaction with the crimps. But we can also tell them to go brawl elsewhere here. But first, let's see if we have any
I want to get better at
training that we can do here.
I'd like to hone my...
All right, but
Okay, we can. Good.
now, pay close attention. God be with you.
Don't think we have
I
level
want to get better
15.
at fist.
Certainly.
I want to achieve...
You can't become
Nope.
Well,
Okay, so let's tell them to go brawl elsewhere.
Look here, lads. I hope I won't be seeing you around here again. Go and find some other place for your games.
All right. We'll go. But if you want to fight again, you're always welcome. I bet you'll come off worse next time. See you later.
Okay, and now we can go talk to the tanner again. Okay, who's... behind me here. There he is.
God almighty, has something happened to you? Did someone steal your fancy clothes?
I've taken care of the lads who were bothering you. You'll have a quiet evening tonight.
God bless you, lad. And here's something for your trouble and kindness. Unlike that miserable bailiff.
If anything else grieves you, just say the word.
Take care.
Okay, so that's going to get us as far as we want to go in this quest for now. We're going to put it on hold. Okay, as we need to go to the Crimp's meeting place and try to find out from them the location of the camp. That's in the church. You go in, you wait at night, and they will come have a meeting with you. However, I don't want to continue down that path yet. The reason that I had that fight was because it unlocks a quest called The Revenge of the Cuman King. Now, this is the last of the brawling quests that we have. You know, we've had a few activities where do me a favor, punch me, fishy business, and Ushits, and that sort of stuff that are all about, you know, unarmed fighting. The Revenge of the Cuman King is the last one of these to do, and you have to have completed all of the other brawling quests before you can do Revenge of the Cuman King. So you need Do Me a Favor, Punch Me that you've done, Fishy Business and Usage, and this part of the fist fighting thing, and if you can't beat them. And then that will open up, then these people will spawn up in Skalitz. Now we're going to head up to Privoslavitz. And the reason that we're going to do this is because we need to craft a couple of potions first. Because Revenge of the Cuman King is hard. The individual fights are not difficult, but the fight at the end where you take on 4 different people at once, including one that's in armor, is really hard. So we want to
Where's your tool?
kind of buff ourselves up a little bit before we go into that fight. Okay, and for this, we're going to be brewing a couple of different potions.
I could do with a bite to eat.
And I don't know if we have any of these in here, but we're going to look. So we need sage. We need 1 sage here. We need 2 wormwood, which we don't have. We need 1 St. John's wort. And then we need 1 dandelion. And 1 comfrey, which again we don't have. So let's see if we have any wormwood out here. And I probably shouldn't be doing this at night because I can't see anything. So how about we sleep and come back and do this in the morning? So we need comfrey and wormwood. Let's go over here and see if there are any here. Mint, St. John's wort, marigold, sage, poppy. This is belladonna. There's wormwood. And there's comfrey. Okay, so the first one that we're going to brew is the Artemisia potion, and I don't know... Oh, I do have it here. So I can... Why am I not able to auto-brew it? Wormwood and sage. Oh, maybe because I haven't brewed it yet. Okay, so we're going to put spirits in the cauldron. I haven't brewed it yet. I've just got the recipe, maybe.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Okay, and then we're going to get out sage and wormwood. We're going to put one sage in the cauldron. We're going to take 2 wormwood. And grind that up. Put that in the cauldron. And then we're going to distill and that brewed the Artemisia potion. And then next, we're going to put in a comfrey, the dandelion, and the St. John's wort. We're going to pour oil in here. Take one of the St. John's wort and grind it up. Add it to the cauldron. Then we're just going to straight add 1 dandelion. And 1 comfrey. And then just pick it up using the file. Don't distill it. And that should get us the Buck's Blood potion. Okay, now both of those recipes that I did require the trial and error perk, so that it allows you to make a mistake.
Damn it, I'm hungry.
Let's go down here and eat. Okay, now what do those two potions do? So, Artemisia increases your strength and warfare skill by 5 for 10 minutes. And Buck's Blood increases your stamina by 50% for 10 minutes. If you haven't been kind of watching and paying attention, your unarmed skill, if you're fighting against somebody in armor, punching obviously doesn't do very much. Okay. So you either have to punch them a long time until their armor health goes all the way to 0, and then you can start doing damage to them, or you have to wear their stamina down enough to the point where they no longer have any stamina. And at that point, you do full damage to them. You actually do increased damage to them. So it's critical if you're fighting unarmed that you keep your stamina up. If you keep your stamina up, it almost doesn't matter how many times you get hit. You're not going to take any damage. And that's what's key in this fight, is making sure that your stamina does not completely run out. So if you're going to go into this fight, then again, make sure you have something to help buff you up a little bit. And that's what the Artemisia potion is going to do. The Buck's Blood potion, is going to keep your stamina up. The Artemisia potion is just going to help you do more damage because your strength is higher. So I'm going to drink both of these, and I'm actually going to drink a marigold decoction before I go into it as well. Let me look, 'cause I can't remember what Privoslavus Boar does. Oh, it gets me energy. That's right. So for this, we need to travel to Skalitz. Okay, I'm actually going to scout this out.
Come on there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But there is always a chance that that's going to be a traitor, and that's what I wanted to check out. Okay, so let's continue on to Skalitz here.
Yeah.
And we're going to go up here to the town, and we're going to turn right around the east side. Until we get here to the intersection. Okay, so there is going to be another fight going on, it looks like. Okay, so we're going to wait for this to chill out. It's a fight between bandits and Talmberg guards. It's here every time. One of them happens if you fast travel back here. It's going to reset itself. The bandits are really strong. So they tend to beat the Talmberg guards almost every time. So see, there they are. They won. You can avoid it by heading around the west side here, or the east side here. But at some point, you're going to be brought back towards them. They will tend to walk out the main gate over there, but sometimes they'll stick around. So you kind of have to be a little careful. So I tend to just head up this way to keep some distance. Yep, there they are down there still. And see, they're headed out. Most of them are headed toward the main gate, but there is one of them that's just kind of hanging around. So I just want to make sure that they're going to be leaving. Definitely don't want them sneaking up on me here in a little bit. I don't think they ever do. I don't think they go up in here, but I just want to make sure. Okay, it looks like they're leaving. Oh, and it's not up here. It's not up here. I need to go that way. Yeah, they took off. Good. Okay, so up here at the old fighting arena, some new people should have spawned. Okay, and there they are. So we're going to drop a save here. And before we do, how many Savior Schnapps do I have? I've got 7. Okay, good. I'm going to drop a save. So now you also want to make sure that you have somebody with a or a horse with a good set of saddlebags on it, because you're going to be robbing everybody here.
How are you, Henry?
Okay, and you need a place to put their weapons their armor, at least, because you want to remove their armor from them to make the last fight a bit easier. Okay, so the one that you want to talk to is Odd Bird here.
What are you doing here?
I and His Majesty, King of the Cumans, are here to examine his new estates.
King of the Cumans? Sigismund?
No. Sigismund is King of Hungary. The Cumans have their own king.
And what's His Majesty doing here without his armies?
Well, the king, His Most Noble Majesty, is fond of hand-to-hand combat. And to indulge his passion, he goes around in the guise of an ordinary soldier.
I see. So his opponents won't go easy on him, and he can indulge his passion to the full. So I can fight him too.
Certainly. All you have to do is lay a wager, which is His Majesty's other great passion. A right royal wager.
That seems fishy to me. Why all the disguises?
The king is bored of all the jousting and swordplay, especially since he's such a good fist fighter. Only the others don't want to brawl with him because, well, he's the king. And anyway, they prefer their swords. So this is the only way he can enjoy his entertainment.
All right, I'll challenge this king of yours.
Very well. But of course, His Majesty can't waste his time with any old peasant. First, you have to prove yourself worthy.
I've a feeling it's going to cost me something.
Naturally. That's the beauty of the thing. We'll start with Rakov Lamb, the king's most faithful bodyguard. I'll take the money. I'm His Majesty's treasurer.
Okay, and it's going to cost you 100 to start this off. Okay, and this guy just has cloth. So you're able to fight him and damage him normally. But he's still wearing some armor pieces, so...
You'll need it.
Got the head cracker perk. Now, as soon as he's down and you get the message, you want to loot him and take everything. Okay, and then immediately drop all of the heavy stuff into your horse. Some of these, like Hercules in his Diet 2, this is the only place to get some of these books. So you want to loot them anyway. And then just like the previous ones, he's going to wake up. He's going to move himself out of the way. And we'll talk to Oddbird and we'll do the next fight. But it's important that they don't have armor.
Can I challenge your king now?
You've beaten the king's bodyguard, true. But I can't let you fight His Majesty yet. First, you have to beat his good friend Ash. Ghoul Ash.
Okay, now he doesn't have plate armor, so you're still fine. Fighting him like normal. It just takes longer, and you can see down at the bottom, it's taking, you're doing less damage to him. But you can still do damage to him. It's just less than the first fight. But you can just sit here and counter like
Lost your
normal.
balls.
Oh, head cracker. Okay, and then again, loot everything. Okay, Agile as a Weasel. Again, the only place to get that book. Okay, we'll wait for him to get up. And then we're going to have to fight the king. Okay? And this guy is wearing full plate. And you're going to you can't just fight him normally. You have to really go after him. So for this, I'm going to, before I do this, I'm going to save. And I'm going to drink the Artemisia potion and the Buck's Blood potion.
Can I challenge your king now?
Right. You've beaten both of those esteemed fighters. Now you may challenge His Majesty. Watch out. The wager is only just beginning.
Okay, now this guy, what you do is you counter the first one.
Are you going to cry?
And then you just start going after him. So back him into a corner if you can. And now your stamina is going to be out, but yours is going to come back faster than his. Because of the potion.
Peace.
Come on.
Shit. You'll get my boy. Shit. What?
I haven't been able to back him into a corner yet.
Peace.
Come on, back up a little bit. Come on. Need to back up so I can start swinging. Come on. Back up.
Bollocks. God.
There you go.
Ow.
Okay, now his stamina's gone, and now you can see I can continue to clinch him. And his health will go down. And there you go. Now do the same thing with him. Okay.
Hey,
put all these away. Okay, now I'm going to take a marigold decoction. And I need to talk to Oddbird again. And I'm going to save before I do this.
Where's my money, you lousy dog?
What money?
The money I won fighting your king.
Oh, that money. I see. We don't have any. So, tough luck.
I won't be fobbed off. I'll get that coin from you one way or another.
And how do you propose to do that? It's 4 against 1. Not good odds for you.
We'll see about that.
Okay, now this is going to be 4 against 1 here. And you don't want to be locked on.
What's up? Shit yourself.
Okay, if you do... Hold on, I need to... My hands are sweaty here. I want to go through this. If you are locked on, you want to be locked on one of the non-armored fighters that are here, and watch your stamina and make sure that your stamina does not drop down to 0. Okay, so if you need to run around a little bit, okay, so that's 1 down. And see, I'm locked in here. I'm kind of stun locked.
Come here, lily liver.
Come here, lily liver.
Okay, hold on just a second here. Just going to take a pause. What you want to do is get rid of the other 3 unarmored opponents first. Okay, once you've done that, fighting the last guy, it's not easy, but it's a lot less difficult. Okay, so there's 1. And I don't want to be locked on this guy. I want to be locked on him. Not him. Okay, so I'm just... Again, the adrenaline's going, the fingers getting all twitchy, so... Because this fight, I hate. It took me like 6 times to do this in my personal playthrough. And I haven't done it since because I hate it so much. So, I'm just kind of taking it easy here.
You call that? You'll die for that.
Okay, so there's clinch. So now we're just down to this one guy. So now let's just fight him like normal. Okay, so I'm going to wait for him to punch and I'll counter.
Goddamn!
You can see you can damage him just with a normal counter. So just take your time once you've got him one-on-one, and you'll be fine.
Insolent whelp.
I'll just use Clinch Master here for a bit until he counters, if he's ever gonna counter. Okay, he didn't. Now don't loot him. If you do, it's gonna turn everybody hostile.
Good day, Henry.
And now they're all friendly. He's going to go pick his friend up. And then you can talk to him to finish this off.
So, have you had enough? Or would you like a second helping?
All right. You win. Here's your money. Just leave us be.
Now get out of my sight. And don't let me see you here again, or you'll regret it.
And that's going to get you 1,000 groschen. Plus whatever you won double what you put in. So it works out to be something like 1,500 or something like that groschen that you get. And then, like I say, everybody is happy and friendly and all that sort of stuff. When you walk by, they'll say, welcome, hello, Henry, and all that sort of stuff. But that is the last of the brawling quests. Right there. Revenge of the Cuman King. So now let's take stock of where we are. So if you can't beat them, is our main quest that we have active. We're not going to continue on that for now. What we're going to do is kind of branch off a little bit and take care of some other side quests that we have available to us. Now, we have some activities which we want to go do. Interlopers is the last of the bandit camp quest lines, and we want to start in on that. We can go into Sasau and deal with Nicodemus a little bit and do some quests there, and we can also go do some hunting for the butcher, I believe, in Sasau. And those are all things that we're going to now focus on. So let's head out here first and make sure that the bad guys are not here anymore. They're not. But you can see what's spawning in are all the bodies of the dead guards. They got one of the dead Cuman, or one of the Cumans anyway. Okay, and we'll head out here and pick up a horse and see how much of this we can transfer over to our horse. Okay, so our horse can't carry any more there. Okay. So let's start dropping weapons on the ground. Okay. And can I mount my horse? I can't. Okay, so now we'll drop some of the, because there are some really high-priced things in here. See if we can mount with 250. We can. Okay, and now we're not going to be able to fast travel, but we can make our way to Privoslavets up here. So we're going to head down to Rovna, and we can put it in our chest. And then it will just magically show back up at the Ratte Mill. And there's something like 3,000 groschen worth if you get a Cuman fight versus the guards. If you can get it all back, and you should know that because this is the same exact thing we did during the prologue, if you remember. And I hate this road to Privoslavets. Once it becomes my village, I wish this thing got expanded to be a normal road. It's so hard to, especially when you're on a fast horse, it's so hard to keep track of where the trail is. Trying to make your way back to Privoslavets if you're not fast traveling. But there are some parts where you don't want to be galloping anyway. That tree right there will knock you off your horse. So again, there's some things I wish that the game would do, or would have done as part of the DLC. And this is another reason I need to get away from the dogs. Okay, so where am I? Okay, so yeah, it's straight behind me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just head up here real quick. We'll put everything in our personal chest, and we will get on with the next set of side quests. Okay, so before we get in the chest, let's get everything off of our horse. We're gonna keep all those arrows. Okay, we're gonna put these books away too. Okay, and now let's go here and start dropping all these off. We need to carry around, we don't need to carry around every bandage in the world. We'll drop the comfrey off. Drop the drinking water off. Okay, so there's another pair of leather gloves, so we'll keep one of those. There's the padded chausses we need to keep. We'll pick up 6 more savior schnapps out of the chest before we go. Don't need the wounding arrows. Don't need the moonshine. Take one last look through here. Okay, and let's get 6 more savior schnapps. All right. And now I'm looking, yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of our armor set. We're going to move some of these over to our horse, some of the arrows over to our horse. Okay, so yeah, now we're back down to our 19 and 21 visibility and conspicuousness. So right where we want to be. What time is it? I think we'll be fine. Let's head back to... So we're going to head back to Sasau. Actually, no, we won't. Actually, I don't know if we've done this. Hold on, let me see if we have finished a Man of the Cloth. Or not. It doesn't look like we have. So let's head to Rovna. And we can get this one out of the way here. So now I just have to remember where he is. Yeah, there he is.
God save you!
I see there's not much going on around here. So you've stayed here on your own?
Quite so. All by myself. All the others were either killed by the Cumans or fled to Rattay.
Sorry, I'm looking at something. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that. And what's keeping you here, alone?
My older brother ran away with the wandering players, so when our father was on his deathbed, he made me swear I'd never leave our home.
I can see you took your vow seriously.
I did. And it's starting to get dangerous around here. Again.
The Cumans.
If it were Cumans, I'd grab an axe and that would be that. But a week back, some rabble made their way through here. They begged me for food, and mark my words, they weren't taking no for an answer. If they'd been just a tad hungrier, I swear they would have stormed the cottage.
There are gangs like that around, true enough. I saw the mess they left behind. Savages.
It was horrible. People tried to find shelter in the church, but them dogs was waiting. They knew too well that's where folk would try to hide.
And where did you hide?
By the grace of God, I got my family away into the woods.
And I don't see your family with you. I hope those bastards didn't sniff them out.
No, it takes better man than them to track me down. I sent my wife to Rattay with some others.
Do you think folk will ever go back to their homes?
I don't know about Skalitz, but the folk here are sure to want to come back. The only thing they're missing is spiritual support.
Do you mean the priest?
Indeed. When the land's at war, noblemen fight to protect their property. But simple folk want someone to tend their souls.
Of course. But it was the Skalitz parish priest who ministered here, wasn't it?
He did. But there's been no sign of him since the attack. Or at least he's definitely not in Rattay among the refugees.
That's true enough. I didn't see him there.
But if you're interested, young fella, maybe you could help us find the priest we need here.
I can always ask. But I've heard where the Skalitz priest went.
That's great news. Although I had my eye on another priest.
Don't select that won't be necessary. Go with who is he.
You might as well tell me who he is. What I heard about the Skalitz priest might just be rumours.
True. Well then, a few years ago there used to be another priest in Skalitz. Simon, I think his name was.
Simon? Father Simon, I remember him. That's the one who went missing, right?
Aye. I don't want to spread rumours, but they say he was in love with his housekeeper. And then she died somehow, poor thing.
That's not a story I've come across.
It only reaches folk who care for such tales. Well, to finish the story, Simon left the parish and ran away. You know that already. There was neither sight nor sound of him for a long time, until this spring he showed up here.
And what's he doing here?
That's just it. People say he's become a hermit.
All right. And where can I find him?
I couldn't tell you exactly, but you could start by talking to that girl's parents. Well, they live on a farm nearby, and it's likely they know more. They may even have had words with him.
I'll go and see what they have to say for themselves.
God go with you, lad, and I pray you find him. If some heathen stabs me in my sleep, I'd rather have a decent burial.
Don't worry. I'll bring someone.
Goodbye.
All right, and that's going to start the Man of the Cloth side quest. Now, this one, it's not all that long, but it is, you're traveling a bit. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to take a 3-minute break, use the facilities, give my voice a chance to rest, and the same for all of you. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, welcome back everybody. Let's go ahead and resume this and we'll look at our quest journal. And the Man of the Cloth, we need to go find their farm, or we can find the Scallots Priest. We don't want to find the Scallots Priest. We want to recruit Father Simon here. So we're going to head straight or northwest out of Rovna and stay right at the fork. Hey, Mowgli, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, drop them in chat, and I'll respond when I get a chance. But thanks for the support. I appreciate it. So we'll head up here towards the B marker. Oh, and hey, Dave, welcome. Sorry I didn't see you come in. Apologize for that. Good to see you again. Yes, Mowgli, it's my first, well, it's my first on-stream playthrough. I have a personal playthrough going in parallel with this off-stream, but yeah, it's my first full playthrough of the game. Getting us prepared to move into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 after this. Didn't want to start directly in KCD 2, so started with KCD 1, and we're going to finish this up and then go into 2.
Hey! Good health to you.
I'm looking for the priest, Father Simon, and I heard you might know of him.
Simon? What do you want him for?
I want to talk to him. That's all you need to know.
For a lad who wants information, you aren't being too civil about asking. Very well. What is it you want to know?
Where can I find him? He's said to be wandering around here somewhere.
I heard that too, and I'm inclined to believe it, even though I haven't seen him myself.
How come?
After our poor Mary went to her rest, we used some of the money he'd paid us to put a cross up by the roadside. And lately, there's been wreaths of comfrey turning up next to it. I don't take them there, nor my husband neither.
You think Simon does?
Who knows? Maybe it's a miracle. I could believe anything. But there's not been fresh ones for a while, so perhaps he's moved on elsewhere again.
I see. What went on between Simon and your daughter?
Nothing that hasn't happened before. Our Mary was his housemaid in Skalitz. She was pretty, very pretty. And he was young, and so things went the way they do between comely young folk. She came back home one day, heavy with child.
Yes, these things happen. What can you do?
I said as much. I was just glad our girl was provided for. Only she never had the chance to hold that babe in her arms. She didn't live through the birth.
I'm very sorry.
Such is a woman's lot in life. Men die in battle, and women in the arms of the midwife.
And what happened to Simon?
The poor man. He took it the worst. He was sure God's wrath smote Mary for her fornication.
That's rubbish. People lie together out of wedlock all the time, and God never smites them down.
That's just what I told him. But it's hardly my place to lecture a priest. And who knows? Maybe he was right. The Lord moves in mysterious ways. He was overflowing with grief. He barely spoke, didn't eat, refused to take a new housemaid. And then, one fine day, the presbytery was deserted. It took a good season before another priest came along.
And no, Mowgli, that's what the stream is for people to watch along. Maybe they learn a little something while they're in it, and to interact. That's what my community is known for. So I love it.
Can you tell me where that cross is?
Certainly. There are settling tanks for the mines to the west of Skalitz. On the hill above them in the woods, there are several paths. Mary's Cross is by one of them, close to the brook.
All right, thanks. I'll be going.
Very good, then. And if you do find him, let him know that we have no hard feelings.
I'll tell him.
Good luck, then.
Okay, so now our quest has advanced to go to the cross over here. And this is a bit of a journey. Like I said, you're going to be traveling for this one a bit. Okay, and for this one,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter how you get there as long as you stay away from going through the village of Skalitz itself, and that's just because it's still pretty dangerous. So I tend to skirt around the outside of it till I get to the road here and cross the bridge.
Yeah.
And going through the mines is a pain, as you can see here. So I tend to try and get around it before I head up north toward where this location is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see where we are. Okay, so we're heading straight down into the location here. And find a shallower way down than that. These aren't Skyrim horses after all. Okay, now here's the cross, and you can see that someone has been laying flowers here.
This must be that cross. Mary's mother was right. Someone did lay flowers here recently.
Okay. So now we need to look around the area. And if you look at your map, you're heading over here a little bit. So
I should have a look around and see if there's comfrey growing anywhere nearby.
from here, I think you have to. I think you're going down here to start on the path. Because I'm pretty sure I know where this is down here. But I was looking for the actual pathway that she was talking about. I can never find it. But you don't really have to because it's right over there. Your destination, anyway. Okay, so we can find Father Simon here, and we're gonna save. Okay, because we've got 2 people here.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I've come for the priest. Simon.
There's no one here called that.
There is. Do you take me for a fool?
All right. Maybe there is someone here. What of it? We're not going anywhere.
Okay, so we can pass any of these checks that we're looking for, or you can pay them off.
I think you should talk less and move your legs more.
And why is that? You think you've got what it takes to beat us?
I might. But it doesn't matter, because I saw you yesterday, and then stopped by Talmberg to report. So, unless you'd rather wait for Sir Divish's Captain Robard, you should go now.
Shit! All right, we'll go. How far are they?
Far enough still. If you run, I'm sure you'll get away.
Right. Thanks for the warning.
Yeah, Mowgli, I do play a lot of these type of games, CRPG games, that sort of stuff as well. And why did I give up Pebbles? Pebbles is actually still around, but Warhorse Agenda is just so much better. So, and here's Father Simon.
Oh, thank you, my son. I was beginning to fear I'd never get out of here alive.
Times are hard when brigands roam the land and attack the defenseless.
But they didn't attack me. I saw them raiding birds' nests down by the path, so I took pity on them.
Which makes what they did all the more loathsome. That's no way to repay a good Christian's hospitality.
And to whom do I owe my salvation?
My name's Henry. You may remember me. I'm the son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
Your face does seem familiar. But listen, Henry, I can't help feeling you didn't stumble across me by accident.
It's true. I've come to ask a favor of you.
Me? What on earth could I do for you?
I need you to go back to St. James. The folk there need spiritual guidance. Skalitz is a burned-out shell, and many have died in St. James. They need a priest. Any priest.
I understand, but I have to disappoint you. I gave up my calling. Instead, I've given myself over to repentance.
I know your story, Father.
Then you know what I'm guilty of.
Yes, and I don't want to try to make light of it. Your conscience is your own affair, but I know that deep down you're a good man.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't know me.
But I know what you did. Many priests break God's commandments willy-nilly and aren't the least ashamed.
That doesn't absolve me of my sins. God's law is set, no matter how often it's violated.
You're certainly right, but the people need you. And forgive me for being blunt, but while you can leave the presbytery if you choose, it doesn't absolve you of your duty to Christian folk.
But I'm a sinner. I'm not fit to guide anyone. I'm unworthy to do so.
Priests, bishops, monks, abbots, they're all sinners. Even the Holy Father himself is a sinner. You've done your penance, and now your people need you.
You're probably right. It is my duty. At least for a time, until they find someone better.
As you say, once things are back in order, there'll be a new priest at St. James, and you can leave if you want.
All right. I'll take what I can carry and go back to St. James.
Thank you. Your parishioners will be very grateful.
Okay, now one last thing on this quest, to finish it off. You immediately want to get on your horse and fast travel to Rovna. Or you want to get out of here as fast as you can. Why I can't fast travel from here, I do not know.
Yeah.
Can I fast travel from here? Yes. Because he will walk in real time to get back there, and he will run right through a bandit camp and get killed, and the quest will actually fail. So you want to get on your horse, and you want to fast travel back here to Rovna to end it. And no, by still around, I meant I don't know exactly where he is. In the quest when you were given Pebbles, at the end of it, I immediately switched back to, I think I might know where No, I'm not entirely sure where he is. But he's out there somewhere. He's not dead, I promise. He's just out there in the world somewhere living his best pebble life. And yes, I am from the USA.
God be with you.
I found you a priest.
Really? That's wonderful news. Who is it?
The former parish priest of St. James. I persuaded him to return to live among you, at least for a while.
So you found him?
Yes. He was roaming the woods around here.
Thank God. You'll see. Once there's a priest, people will soon be back.
I hope so.
I've put together a small sum for a new piece. So I thought a portion should definitely go to you, as a reward.
I don't need groschen at this point in the game.
I couldn't possibly take it. You'll need the money to rebuild the village.
As you wish, then. I shan't weigh you down with it.
So, farewell to you. And I hope he gets here soon. Just that you let him run off again.
I'll keep an eye on him myself. Godspeed to you, Henry, and thank you for your help. Goodbye.
And there we go. That's going to complete the quest. Now, the priest actually takes up residence here. I can't remember which house he's in here, but he does. He's actually living here now. Nobody else actually comes back to the village, as far as I'm aware. I've never seen an improvement in the village after this. But it is one more quest finished off here. So let's go up here. He might be in here, up here at this house. I honestly can't remember where he is. But he is here. You'll be able to see him. So now we know what we're going to, or I know what we're going to be doing next. And what we're going to be doing next is heading back to Sasau. We're going to head back to the inn here first. It's going to be getting dark, so we want to sleep. And I'm from Texas, Mowgli. And yeah, maybe that is true. They don't really go into it from a lore perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to go south and east. Or south and west.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Okay, so let's rest here for the night. We should have a room here now. We do. Since we have a little bit of time, let's see if we can read a book while we're here. Yeah, I mean, I like living where I live, Mowgli. There's, as with any state, there are good things and bad things about my state. Some things I agree with, some things I don't agree with. But I like my life here. I wouldn't move anywhere else. Okay, so we finished up Agile as a Weasel 2. And we'll just go to sleep. I'm glad you got a chance to visit. I hope it was fun. I hope it was fun. Depending on where you go and the people you meet, just like anywhere, things can be good or bad, but I hope you had a good time. Okay, so we will drop Agile as a Weasel 2 back in there. And let's go get some food. And we're going to head down to the Sasau Monastery. Head up to the Sasau Monastery up here. Because we're going to talk to Brother Nicodemus. He might not be here this early. Nope, he is.
I'd like to learn something from you.
And what can you do?
A bit of everything.
Can you now? But to be more precise, do you understand herbs and medicinal plants?
I do.
In that case, you've come to the right place. Someone who knows what they're doing will have it done in a jiffy. Go to the herb garden, take a good look at what's growing there, and then pull up the weeds in the herbaceous beds. Is that clear?
Clear. I can get cracking.
Not so fast. Have I even told you what I consider a weed? It's dandelions, stinging nettles, and thistles. Those plants have their use, but they've no business growing among the euphrasia and the mentha, or anywhere else in that garden for that matter.
I see.
Once you've cleared the garden of weeds, come back. And woe betide you if you pull up anything but weeds.
Don't worry, you've never had as good a gardener.
See if we can train any alchemy.
Certainly. I want to achieve my...
Alright, but it'll...
Okay, we can. And again, I don't care about haggling this. I've got so much money.
Now, pay close attention.
Okay, so we need to pull up those weeds. If you don't know what they look like, you can go into the books here and you'll see pictures of all of the herbs in the game. And you can know what to look for. But he's told you that we're picking up dandelions, nettles, and thistles. Now, having a high herbalism skill here is going to be a huge benefit to you because that increases the radius at which you pick these different things. And you want to be very careful that you're not clicking on like the eyebright. You want to click on the dandelions. And then make your way through here and try and find the nettles. And just be careful and systematic as you're going through this. Okay, so there's some dandelions kind of stuck around here. Oh, thanks, Mowgli. Yeah, I try not to. Everybody's here for different reasons. So during the cutscenes, I try not to talk. I try and let them play out, so that if that's what people are here for, and they want to get more of the backstory, then they get it. But yeah, it's more of a teaching stream. It's not more of a fast-paced, just get through the game type of thing. I'm hoping that people learn a little bit while they're on the live stream, as opposed to just watching somebody random play a game. Okay, so we need to look around for the thistles. And you can see I cleared out almost all the thistles just by picking that one right in the middle because my herbalism skill is so high. So I think there's one more nettle here. And should be the last of the thistles. Okay. Just a bunch of mint left. I'm gonna look around, see if there's no dandelion. Dandelion's the hardest one to spot out of this, because there are these tiny little yellow flowers on the ground anyway. But I think that's it. Okay, so let's go back to him. And you won't get any notification that you've collected all the weeds. That's part of what this quest is about, is your reward depends on how good you are at picking the weeds.
It's done.
Did you weed the beds and leave what should be growing there alone?
Not a leaf wasted.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm going to check with my own eyes.
Okay, and he will do that. Now you play the follow the NPC game. Yeah, Moga, that's kind of what it's about. Everybody shows up to a stream to watch somebody live stream for different reasons. So it's always good to see what other people are interested in and how other people play the game.
Were you satisfied with my weeding?
It wasn't the best work I've ever seen, but you pulled up more weeds than herbs, so you deserve a reward.
May the Lord watch over you.
That's the most that you can get, is the 85 groschen. He's never going to be completely happy with you, even if you didn't pull up anything, which I did not. So now we're going to talk to him again.
Do you need any more help?
Knowledge of herbal remedies always comes in handy. Listen up. We have some new brothers who are meant to help me with the wounded, but not all of them know their medicinal herbs as well as I'd hope. They'll have to be taught.
I'm not much of a teacher.
I should imagine not. But you won't be doing any teaching. Just helping me put together our new herbarium. I shall need all of the herbs mentioned in the old one.
That sounds easy. I'll be right back.
Don't be so sure. Some of the herbs are shy little things, prone to hiding from sight. When you've collected one of each, come back for your reward. One more thing. Bring me some old book or other. We'll scrape off the old ink to make a palimpsest. and use the blank pages for the herbarium.
An old book. Very well.
Okay, so now we're charged with gathering a whole bunch of herbs. Now, some of these we've already picked up. Picked up nettles, dandelion, and thistles. Get a hold of an old book is any book. Now, you don't want to give him something that you haven't read yet, or a quest item book that you may still need. So we have some books in our inventory right now that we don't want to get rid of. So we're going to go back to our chest and see how many of these we have in our chest. And then come back. Now there's an easier way to do this. And actually you won't do it here. You have to wait until he gets back there. You can buy all of these herbs from him. Okay, so it's a little cheaty, little, you know, extra cheesy, but you can do that. We're not going to though, just because. Why would we? All of these herbs are readily available in the surrounding countryside, with the exception of one. Well, let's go back to our chest and see what we have. We can also deposit some of these extra herbs that we've gotten. And find a book that we want as well. Because right now it says that we've got an old book in our inventory, and we do. It's Ulrich's documents. This is a quest item. We can't move it out of our inventory. It's bugged in there, and we don't want to get rid of it. So let's get rid of all but one thistle. We want 31 nettles, so that means we need to get rid of 53. Because we need to keep 30 nettles in our inventory for that perk, flower power to proc, and we want to give one away. Dandelion, we're going to keep one. Okay. And now in here, we're going to take one belladonna. We're just going to grab one of each of these. And see where we are. So, chamomile. Okay, so let's keep looking through this. We got comfrey. We already have dandelion. We'll take one eyebright. And we're going to take grasses and herbs. That's not a skill book. That's a book that we kept and read a long time ago. But like I say, any non-skill book that you want to give up, feel free. Take one marigold. One mint. One sage. One St. John's wort. We kept a thistle. One valerian. One wormwood. We don't have any poppy? No, we don't. So, let's see what we're now missing. Okay, so Herb Paris is the one that we're not going to be able to get here. And Herb Paris is a pain to find. But Poppy's the only other thing that we're missing, and Poppy is really easy to spot. So let's head out here. to the field, and you're looking for a bright red flower. So it's just that easy to get poppy. Yeah, Mowgli, I have a lot of nettles and belladonna and things like that for crafting when I was using it to level up my alchemy skill. So now we need Herb Paris, and Herb Paris, like I say, is a pain. And I didn't open this up. But one of the best ones is up here to the east of Talmberg. It's kind of like right around there, give or take. Okay, so let's turn around and head back down the road.
Yeah.
And it's on the other side of the river, but we'll cross on foot. Because our horse will absolutely get stuck down there, and there's a good chance that we're not going to be able to get out of this here if we did. So now I need to find it, because there's a bunch of mint here with it. There's Herb Paris. So it's low down to the ground. It's really hard to see. But yeah, this is a good location to get it. And I think that should complete everything. It does. So now let's call our horse. We'll fast travel back to Sasau. To the monastery. And the other thing, Mowgli, about how many flowers you have is that as your herbalism skill goes up and your harvesting radius goes up so big, it's really easy to pick a whole lot of flowers. I mean, you can... Just for instance, here's all these poppies down here. Right now I have 12. If I stand in the middle of all of these and I pick this one, I've done one picking animation, and now I've got 31. So it's really, really easy. Chamomile, if I pick this one up here, I'm going to pick up all the chamomile in this area. So even while I was trying to, I didn't spend a whole lot of time, as much as you might think, picking herbs, but I did pick a lot to get my herbalism skill up at the start of the game. So yeah, we've got quite a few. So let's go talk to Brother Nicodemus again, and it's been a while since I saved. And yeah, my herbalism skill is 17 right now. So I'm getting a lot. There's a huge area that I'm picking with a score that high.
I've got those herbs you wanted.
Let me see if you have everything. Excellent, you have all the plants. I'll take those from you. And what of the book? Did you remember to bring it?
I certainly did. Here it is.
Okay, and we're going to give him grasses and herbs. Just makes sense, also, from a role-playing perspective.
Thank you for everything. I'll set someone the task of scraping away the old ink and making the herbarium.
It was my pleasure.
Okay, and I got another level of herbalism from that. And I can, while I'm here, you can see you can buy all of these things from him. I'm going to buy the Alchemist's Dream here. This is a skill book. Treasure Map 4 I'm going to buy. Recipe for Lathian Water, you can buy it. If you want just to complete, to be a completionist. But I'm going to sell off the rest of these, because I don't need them. I think that's it. Yep. So I'm going to pay 1.2k. Got 48k down here. Not too worried about it, so I'll just pay it. Okay. And now we're going to, I think, probably start the Interlopers quest. I know we've been running around doing a whole bunch of kind of side quest stuff. Let's go start Interlopers, because there's some combat involved here. And that's going to be a little more exciting than just watching me walk around, pick up some other stuff. So let's go talk to Sebastian here. And I can never remember where this is. I want to clear that marker, though. I think it's in here. There he is.
God be with you.
I've come from Captain Robard.
And what might the captain be wanting to let me know?
I'm not a messenger. I've nothing to report. The captain thought I could lend you a hand.
Oh, so it's you, the hero of Talmberg. So be it. If you succeed, I'll gladly reward you. And if you don't, I won't be shedding any tears. We know that one of their encampment is on the hill by Skalitz, nearby the mines.
I'll take a look there.
May the Lord watch over you.
I don't really have a favorite weapon, per se. The one that I'm using right now, is Stinger. That has the highest, pierce damage, or stab damage at 79. And it's a short sword. So if I use it with a shield, that's what I'm doing the most of. Is stab damage, so that kind of tends to be the one that I'm working off. And I got rid of my Cuman bow. I do have enough strength, though, to use the sinew bow, and we might see some people getting one shot here, because I can now use the sinew bow pretty reliably, I think. Yeah. I have a base strength of 16, so I can now equip the sinew bow all the time. So let's look at our skills as well. Carrying dead or unconscious bodies won't cost you any stamina. It's situationally useful at best. Blocking an opponent's strike with your shields will cost you 30% less stamina. That's actually really good. This boar is just... it's super cheese. You can actually run around and hurt people by running into them. And it works on a horse as well. So it's, again, can be super cheese, but it takes a long time to do it, to kill somebody when you're doing that. Dreadful, I don't want to pick, because sometimes in some of these interloper things, I have to kill, or all the time, I have to kill the bandit leader. Dreadful might make them flee from me, and then I have to chase them down, and I don't want to do that. So I'm taking Stronghold here. And then in combat, my warfare went up. So the more you're wounded, the stronger you attacks. Not necessarily a bad thing. When you draw an opponent's blood, it gives you a +1 strength bonus. The Sadist perk is actually really good. You have 20% greater strength, agility, warfare, and defense in a fight where you're outnumbered. This would have been really, really good to have during the boxing match I got into in Revenge of the Cuman King. And then Chain Strike. Each blow in an uninterrupted chain will hurt your opponent more than the previous one. Any interruption will cancel the bonus. It's useful when you pair it with Master Strikes or with Chain Strikes, with the perk that you, or with the weapon combos that you have. I'm going to take Sadist though. It procs a lot more reliably every time that I draw blood. Okay, so our first camp here for Interlopers is way up here to the west of Skalitz. So we're going to fast travel up to Skalitz. Actually, what time is it? I don't really want to do this at night. So how about we fast travel to Privoslavitz instead and spend the night? I'm much better at clearing these things during the day.
Yeah.
And I wish they'd have cleared out some of these bandit encounters once we took over Privoslavitz as well, but they didn't. No, that's interesting that that YouTube might have some censoring things going on with that word in chat. But like I say, I get it. Okay, so we took one of the books that we had. We're going to study The Alchemist's Dream. Let's read Treasure Map 4. We're going to sit down and we're going to study The Alchemist's Dream 2. Okay, so that got us a new level of reading as well. So now we'll drop off both of those books. Okay, and next time we'll probably read Agile as a Weasel 3 or Hercules and His Diet 2 and 3. Next time we go to sleep. And where am I on my reading skill? I just passed 10. Okay. So we'll sleep through the night. We'll wake up a little early. And we'll finish off today's live stream by trying to take out one of these camps. Now, these bandit camps are really high level. Everybody here has a lot of armor. There's often a lot of dogs that you have to deal with. So these are not something to be taken lightly. But we are not going to go in with full armor either. We're going to put that armor in our inventory, but we're not going to be wearing it. So for the arrows here, I want to take the highest damaging arrows that I have. Because right now I'm using the better wounding arrows. I'm going to pull the piercing arrows. The better piercing arrows I can use, there's just not enough of them. I'm going to run out of them. So I want to use the piercing arrows here. And like I said, I'm going to take my armor and put it into my inventory so that if I get into a problem, I can put it on. But I want to keep my stealthiness for these fights. So we're going to head to Skalitz. Yeah, I did forget to eat. I've got plenty of dried food. I'm gonna head... Nope, I need to head south here.
I have to eat something. My insides
And
are shriveled
cross
up with the hunger.
the bridge. Now, there is a place to eat here. However, I don't know if if the bandits have respawned in here or not. An interesting little... So they have. So let's just take some... dried stuff. Okay. And now let's put a marker on our map for where this camp is. It's not actually here. Okay, so it's up here in this village area. Here. Like I say, I don't think it's actually there. But these things are always a pain to get to up here, because you kind of have to follow the trails up into the hills and all that sort of stuff. So let's try and make our way up there.
Yeah.
Try not to get knocked off our horse. Yeah, let me look at our journal again. Thanks, Mowgli. Like I say, I'm not too worried about it. These fights are a lot harder, but it's not that big a deal. And I think that's it right there. I have arrows, I just don't have them equipped. No, this is not it. Yeah, this is not it. But there's a pot here. This is the camp where we came up during all the glisters. This one's up there. I'm going to kind of give it a wide berth here. Try and take the high ground a little bit. Because I don't think they're actually in these buildings. I could be wrong. Like I say, it's been a while since I've done this. I think that's it over there. Yeah, that's it right there. So I'm going to bring my horse up here. Just so I have it for a fast getaway if need be. Yeah, these stats are not updated, right? Okay. So I do have my bow. I've got 2 of them coming right at me, and you see there's 2 dogs with them.
What's going on now? Hey, who's there?
I want to wait for them to separate a little bit.
What's going on now?
And let's take a Bowman's Brew.
Hey, who's there?
Okay. So now they're separating. Or maybe they're not. Oh, they saw my horse.
God. Well, I never. I must have imagined it. What the hell was that? Hey.
All right. So now it looks like they're heading back. Yeah, you can see there are the 2 dogs. I'm going to actually see if I can take one of them out. Where did that one go? Something weird happened there. Okay. He got 1 shot. Okay, we're going to back off a little bit, and we're going to take care of the dogs. Okay.
Oh dear, did that hurt?
Youch.
This is going to be quick.
Okay. Alright, well that guy hit me really hard. Okay, I see him. He's up there. But I got rid of both of the dogs. Let's bandage. Okay, so I'm not bleeding. Oh, so that was the camp leader. No wonder he hit me so hard. I was like, that dude really hit hard. Now I know why. That was the camp leader. Okay. So let's drag this guy. And I think that actually hit him. And he's down. Yeah, that guy hit me really hard. Yeah, this guy got one shot previously. So let's put some stuff on our horse. Okay. There he is. Let's put my bow away.
Killing, fighting, never losing, robbing. Who's there? Alarm! To arms! Get over here! Raise the alarm! Watch out! To arms! Get over here! Over here!
Let's take another marigold action. Thought I was going to be able to sneak up on these guys, but he got alerted to me at some point. So there they both are. This guy's coming back to camp. So let me put my bow away and I'll deal with him. They both are. Oh, there's a third one. I didn't think this camp had 6 people in it. I guess it does.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that went right over his shoulder. There we go. Okay, and now this guy I think is going to be asleep. Well, let's see where he is. He might be in this tent, which means I won't be able to assassinate him. No. Where is he? Unless that was him, he came back and put his armor on and walked back out there. Yeah, because there's not another one. Maybe that's what happened. Let me get my sword out just in case. But yeah, maybe that's what happened. I was like, I didn't think there were 6 people at this camp. He might have walked back into camp, put his armor on, because they can do that in an instant, and then come back out, and that's why it looked like there were more people here. Because I don't see him. I've checked all the tents, and I don't see a guy in his pajamas in here, so we should be able to pick very hard locks. Okay. Reliable blade, not really worth it. Okay. And I think that's it. Might as well pick up our piercing arrow here. And I saw another one on the ground. Okay. So yeah, there were 3 here, and then the 2 I killed out there. Yeah, that's it. There's 5 in this camp. 5 and 2 dogs. And that's the first camp that you start out with. So yeah, these things are not easy by any stretch. So be prepared when you go into these. Put all of this on our horse. Leave the piercing arrows. Okay, so my horse is full. Okay, and we're going to head back to Sasau. So let's clear that marker. Okay, so we'll go in here and we'll head all the way to the north side of the monastery again. And this is kind of the only pain about this stretch of quests, is that you constantly have to make your way back here to Sebastian's little place way back here. There he is. Nope, that's the scribe. And this is the other thing about this. Sometimes Sebastian just decides to go for a walk. Says he's here, but he's not really here. And sometimes you have to wait like an hour. And he'll just magically, mysteriously pop into view. Yep, just like that. It's kind of weird, don't know why.
God be with you.
I've taken care of that camp.
Oh, yes? And what proof might you have of that?
Here it is.
Very well. Here's your reward. May the Lord...
1,925 groschen for every set of spurs that you turn in. Now we're going to hold on to the ears. Why didn't it remove the bandit leader spurs? Weird.
May the Lord...
Hope I'm not into a problem where all quest items are now bugged into my inventory. That's gonna suck. But yes, 1,920 groschen for each one. We're gonna hold on to the ears. We'll turn all those in at the end. So what do we have? We have 8 better piercing arrows. Let's move those to my... We have 9 of those now. Yeah. So once we have guaranteed shots that are going to hit, we'll change over from our piercing arrows to the better piercing arrows. And with the Cuman bow, or I mean with the sinew bow, being 82% damage on these, 82% damage of 150 is, you know, something like 124 or something like that. Enemy health is 100. Armor helps mitigate a percentage of that. So yeah, it turns out to that we can almost one-shot anybody with the better piercing arrows, unless they're in like full plate armor and that sort of stuff. We can almost... actually, I didn't pick up... Oh, yeah, I did. The new quest is up here. So again, southwest of Skalitz, right here near the tip of where we're... of where the Fog of War is here, somewhere around in there. But what we need to do now is to head south out of here.
Yeah.
And drop all of this heavy stuff into our chest. And then we'll maybe run a couple minutes long and we'll kind of head up, make our way back up there. We'll just take one of those. Okay. And we'll put all this stuff away. Okay, almost done here. Put the armors and blacksmith kits away. All but one torch. And again, we're going to keep the Warhorse set on us. Just in case things go badly. Hey Jacob, welcome. Good to see you again. What's the best arrow in the game? I believe the best arrow is the better piercing arrow that I have. At 150. If you look at my sidekick, I've got some of the best ones in here. The piercing arrow is 130. The better wounding arrow is 125. And then starts going down from there. The quality arrows is what I normally use when I'm out and about. It's just these bandits are so strong. I wanted to go with the best arrows that I could get here. Because as we saw, that guy, he took a big chunk out of me. And I think we'll head up here to Samopesh. We'll head out west, because this one's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And you kind of have to head out toward the west, toward the river.
Yeah.
And then head north along it, if I remember right. Because once you get over here, this is going to turn to the right, and it's going to take us down to the river. Then you head north, cross a bridge, and start making your way around the cliffs up there, I think. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going the exact wrong... Or am I? Yeah, I needed to head off at that crossroads, so I need to head back north.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the monastery, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head up here, and I believe there's a path. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Just can't see it very well.
Yeah.
And I'm going the wrong way again. Jeez, Jarval, come on, man.
Yeah.
How about you just follow the marker and forget about roads? How about you do that? Jeez. Yeah, this is the way. Yep, there's the bridge. That the Talmberg, so Jacob, that the Talmberg huntsman has a set of arrows? Well, you know, I hate the fact that we're making our way back up here. Now we go. I'll tell you what, I will make it a point to look at that after we're done with the stream, and I will post a comment about it on what I find.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that, but again, it is my first playthrough on this, so...
Yeah.
Maybe there is something. Okay, so let's get up here to the top of the hill. And let's go search out this camp, because again, I think I know where this one is. There's a little path that leads into it. Yep. Right there. So that gives us a good point to save. So we're going to pick it up next week with finishing clearing out these camps. Then we're going to head into a couple more side quests. We're going to do some hunting and some pickpocketing next week after we've done this. And then we are probably going to head into the second part of the Woman's Lot DLC, which is Johanka's portion of that quest line. There are some other things that we can do, but I think I want to get that out of the way because we are dealing with all that stuff in Sasau right now. So rather than head out to some other locations and then come back, it probably makes sense that we get that cleared out. But we are going to, like I say, do some hunting and definitely do some pickpocketing before we get into that next week. But as always, thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of the interaction that I get with my community. You guys are great, always have been. And I can't thank you enough for your support, because as I always say, without your support, none of this is possible. This is Commander Droval saying until next time, fare thee well.